boys, it's Dan. Welcome to game week number 5 of the Premier League. Yes, we have game week number 5, and last week's guest, you know who it was Mr. Dan Gaze, got himself 22 points. 22 points, still 31 points is a benchmark this game week for now to chase. We have not one, we have 2 guests, as you can tell by the title. We have Sam Gaming and Mr. Dion Sala for round number 5 of the Premier League predictions. But first, let's see what happens. But first, here's this. Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan 10 at checkout. Peace. Yes, but if you haven't gone and got some, go get some. Christmas deal coming soon. Halloween and Christmas coming up soon. So great people. We start off with West Ham versus Chelsea. Now, Chelsea West Ham did manage to. They lost to Fulham. West Ham did on the weekend, and Chelsea managed to beat Bournemouth convincingly, and I'm gonna go with a close one of 2-1 Chelsea. And the boys, what were you saying in this game?
Dan, for having me back on your channel again for like the 3rd or 4th time. So the first game we've got is West Ham versus Chelsea. I think due to Chelsea's performances so far in the Prem, I'm gonna say that Chelsea are gonna win 2-1.
Yo, my guy Daniel, hope you're doing well, mate. I'm Dion Sala, back on the show. Thank you again for having me on your great show, the Premier League score prediction. So I hope everyone is doing well and always bring the support to Daniel. And let's go for the Premier League match, West Ham against Chelsea. We will see it for the London derby. For me, it will be an easy win for Chelsea as they are doing well.
Now we move to a Black Country derby in Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton Wanderers now. Aston Villa played the Champions League game against BSC Young Boys and absolutely took it like a duck to water. They took to the Champions League like an absolute duck to water. Now, will they play the same way against Wolves? I mean, it's a Black Country derby. What can happen? Wolves did end up losing to Newcastle by 2-1, and I think they will lose to Villa 1-0. Aston Villa. It'll be close. It'll be cagey. I think 1-0 Villa. And the boys, what are you saying in this game?
So far as Aston Villa and Wolves is concerned, for me, I believe it can end up as a draw.
Aston Villa versus Wolves, a Birmingham derby. So it'll be a 1-0 draw.
Now we move to Fulham versus the team I've just mentioned, Newcastle. Now, as we know, Newcastle are very good at the moment, and Fulham did beat West Ham at Craven Cottage. They did beat the Newcastles, and I'm going to say in this game, Newcastle United 2, Fulham 1. I think that Fulham can get the job done now. And now, boys, what are you saying in this game?
Also, have been doing really well so far. Really well. They're sitting third in the Prem. And they're against Fulham, who are currently 12th. And Newcastle haven't lost a game. So I'm gonna say that Newcastle are gonna win 3-0. So 3-0.
For me. And Fulham against Newcastle will be an easy win for Newcastle, surely.
And now we move to Leicester versus Everton. Now, Everton are, as we know, struggling for form. Again, was 2 goals up against Aston Villa, and again lost it. But I mean, they're playing against a Leicester team who could one Wyatt, but also can also play occasionally. KG. I'm gonna go. It'll be close, but I'm gonna go 2-1 to Leicester City to heap even more misery on Sean Dyche and the boys. What are you saying in this game?
And as far as Leicester and Everton are concerned, for me, I believe that Everton will have best say in this match, but I believe it can end up as a draw for me.
Against Fulham. Then Leicester versus Everton. I'm gonna put it plain and simple. 4-0 to Leicester.
Now we move to Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Now Liverpool had a shock defeat to Nottingham Forest on the weekend, which nobody to come and have an AFC Bournemouth played against Chelsea, and they lost them. And I will say in this game it could be close. Liverpool should win this. Liverpool will win this by 4-0 in this game against AFC Bournemouth. And the boys, what are you saying in this game? Now we have our
Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Well, Nottingham Forest beat Liverpool last week. So I'm gonna say that it'll be a draw between Liverpool and Bournemouth. I'll do a 2-2 draw.
Liverpool, Bournemouth, undoubtedly Liverpool will win.
have our first game between 2 new demoted teams in Southampton versus Ipswich. Now, is this the game where Ipswich can get their Premier League season underway against the Southampton team who, as we know, and watching, do play some good football, did get beaten 3-0 by Manchester on the weekend. 2 goal from we'll get into Man United, and but back to this game, I'm going to go with 2-0 to Ipswich Town in this game. And the boys, what are you saying in this game?
And for me, also Southampton versus Ipswich could end up as a draw.
Southampton and Ipswich. I predict it. Ipswich are gonna win late on into the game, so I'm gonna say 1-0 to Ipswich.
Now we move to Tottenham Hotspur versus Brentford. Now, Tottenham, as we know, can be good, can be bad, but Brentford had a very good start to the Premier League season so far, playing against Man City, to be fair, and scoring against Man City in the first minute as well, which is quite tough. But I think Spurs, the way they're playing at the moment, isn't very good. They only just scraped past Coventry in the EFL Cup. We go Tottenham Hotspur 1, Brentford 1. I think my first draw of the game week. And the boys, what are you saying in this fixture?
And Tottenham versus Brentford. Brentford are doing really well so far. They're sitting 9th, and Spurs are sitting all the way down in 13th. 2-0 to Brentford.
Tottenham and Brentford, I believe. Brentford, quite tough team, but I believe it can make a win for Tottenham, and Hotspur will definitely have a win.
And we move to Manchester United versus Crystal Palace now. Man United did put 7. Yes, 7 past Barnsley, but it is Barnsley. That's a terrible accent, and I never do it again. Put 7 past Barnsley, and put 3 past Hampton. So he scored 10 goals in 2 matches. With Farrell Lawson, as Hoyland is back in training, but I don't think will be involved against Palace. So Short is also back as well, but I don't think again. Ugarte got a decent amount of game time against Barnsley. So I'm gonna go Man United 3, Crystal Palace now. Come on, the boys, and the boys. What are you saying in this game?
Palace, Manchester United. Oh, Daniel, Manchester United on top on the season now so far. Hopefully they will keep on going on this running. So for me, I believe they will win it by 4-0 as far as Man United are concerned.
To Palace versus Man United. I'm gonna say that Man United will win 3-1.
I move to Super Sunday and to Brighton and Hove Albion versus Nottingham Forest. Now, Brighton, as we know, are a very good team, especially at home. Especially at home. They did beat Ipswich Town, though. However, they did beat Ipswich, however. And I'm going to say, and Forest did surprise Liverpool on Saturday. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this fixture. And the boys, what are you saying in this game? Now we move.
Brighton versus Nottingham Forest. I'm gonna say that would be a 1-0 draw.
As far as Brighton is concerned against Nottingham Forest, I believe that it can end up as a true for me.
To the big one in Man City versus Arsenal. Now, Arsenal did come off a North London Derby triumph by 1-0. Sorry, guys, but yeah. And I do believe that this could be a Man City came off a 3-1 win against Brentford. Another 2 goals from Erling Haaland. It can't. But I mean, Odegaard is missing for about a month due to his ankle injury that he sustained in national duty for Norway. And I'm gonna say it will be close. There'll be good stuff. I think it'll be Arsenal. It'll be Man City 2, Arsenal 2, and the boys for the last time. What are you saying?
City Arsenal will be a tough encounter to see. I believe City will smash Arsenal 2-1. Thank you, Daniel, for having me again on your channel, mate. It's always a pleasure being here. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe on the channel of Daniel. And also, you can see my channel, The Sala. Give it a support, give it a like, we are 10 subs away to 200. Thank you, people. Have a nice weekend. Until then, I will see you. Bye-bye.
And then the last game for the weekend, Man City versus Arsenal. I'm gonna say that will be 2-0 to Man City. Thanks again for having me on your channel, Dan.
And that will bring game week number 5 to an end. Thank you very much, and I will see you lot on Monday for Champions League match number 2, and also Wednesday is the first match day of Europa League. Until then, boys, have a lovely weekend. What will happen in some of these big games? Will Man City win? Will it get this in the way? Will Everton win? Find all that out after the game week. And boys, once again, like and subscribe. The votes. We are 1 sub away from 150. Whoever it is who isn't subscribed, just subscribe to get us to 150 subs. And I will see you a lot on Monday for Champions League. Goodbye.